Bonsoir, bonsoir, bonsoir. Comment vas-tu? J'espère que tu vas bien. Je suis la Manadou de la Croix à Periel, Monumentos de la Livre. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This evening, ce soir, as we discuss 10 ways not to cross yourselves. Part of this is going to tap into accountability. Part of it's going to tap into part of it's going to be the accountability, like make sure you're holding yourself accountable, but then also to the other part of not being manipulated and misled in this world, in the industry of it all as well. So we're going to get into all of that. Um, and all of those things. Hello, Natasha. Hello, HSB. Hello, Harold, Jessica, Jasmine, Desiree, Marisa, Rikela, Kirsten, Shay, Marcus, Maria, Amanda, Didi, Impressive Magic, Guided Butterfly. Hello, everybody. So I'm excited to have this conversation. So, before we get into the conversation this evening, Christina, hello. Cameron, hello. Cowboy Cameron, Lance. So, yes. So, anyways, pardon-moi, je suis désolée. So, before we get into the nitty gritty of it all, I do have to ask you all, did you all enjoy knowing how to create your point, your spirit, your living spirit? Did you all enjoy the video? Did you really get what you needed to out of it? I hope I was having a little bit of a conversation with myself this morning. I was like, Queen, you may be putting on too much, like giving you all not more than you can take, because I feel that I'm clear about, do the work when you're ready. You have it in your arsenal to do. Okay. Um well, the thing about it is, Snapple, the thing about it is ordering the big bundle is going to come with the May Rain and the perfume, the perfume and the holy water. But people have been asking about, can I just get the bottles? I just want the bottles. I just want the bottles, that's it. In addition to the big bundles. So it's not just, oh, well, I'm going to just get the bottles, because the reality is this, you get the bottles and you don't know how to use them, then what? You just got a lot of perfume and cologne on you. So that's number one. But we'll get to that in a little bit, okay? Can I use these jars anytime, or do the spirits leave if I don't utilize them? Oh, no, those spirits are there. They're there for 1 year, Lance. They are there for 1 year. I go big at home, but I would have loved to know so I could buy an extra bottle, skip shipping. Well, there is no shipping. There should be no shipping. There should be no, for the community services, there's no shipping on on just the bottles by themselves, the duo. There's no shipping. There's no shipping at all. So there's that. But anyways, the thing is, I want to, and I'll get back to the community service here. But the thing is, I do feel confident that you all know when it's time to do what you need to do. I feel confident that you can look into yourself and go, you know what, Queen did not give me something I cannot handle. I bomb proof all of these things for you so that you don't get messed up. That's why I did the spirits in there, the foundation of the spirits prior. Kirsten, I went back to the bases over the weekend and realized some of these seeds I have planted during the Institute are in bloom. Yes, indeed. Is the duo a separate option? Um, because all I see is the community service options. Well, no, the duo should be in there as well, actually. Um, which should be available now. I'm gonna yep, 12-hour duo pack, water and perfume. So that is there as well. Okay. Okay, thanks. I needed that. 2028 is forever from here. Yes. Queen, I requested an invoice for customer service. I don't want to miss the deadline. Okay, yes, no, you won't miss it. You won't miss it. They're just collecting and compiling everything. Because today is the last day for people to order. They're just making one big situation. I will be sending out those invoices ASAP, actually. No worries at all. So you will not be missing the service, okay? No worries, don't stress. So there's that. I do apologize. My sinuses always, after like doing the conjure being outside so much in the pine, very much affects me. I've been trying to really get everything on out of here, but she's really, trying to put me in a chokehold. But it's like so irritating to keep having to clear my throat. Pardon. So, all of that to say, when will the next time for this community service? 2028. I'm not doing this in 2026. I'm not doing it in 2027. I'm doing it in 2028. Y'all got to think about this. If I am pushing this 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line, you really got to say, well, Queen, well, it has to be a lot. Coming right out of the conjure fat and doing this is a lot. It's a lot. Um, it's a lot of product to make. It's a lot to get out. It's a lot of labels to make. It's a lot of shipping to put out. So, yes. So all of that to say, since you all brought it up, I wasn't going to bring this up so fast. So first and foremost, the May community service is available now. So before y'all just start buying or whatever, listen up, okay? So the May community service, you have options. You can do just the service, no product, the service, um, with the bundle, okay? The bundle includes the holy water cologne, so it replaces all of your Florida water. It uses the spirits we traditionally use in our culture in hoodoo. Florida water is not hoodoo. It is a cologne, so it can be used, but it did not derive in our African American experience. So the holy water, the cologne, the purifying cologne comes with it. The May Rain is your perfume. This is not like Ravdro. This is not like your other Bombea and a variety of other colognes that or perfumes and things you're gonna see in the islands. These are fragrances, sweetnesses, the sweetening spirits for us. On top of that, you also will be getting the obsession powder. We've already done a video on how to work with that. The next thing is the replayable video, which is Come to Me After Dark. So we're going to do some controlling. I'm going to teach you all how to use not just that powder, but how to make that powder that you're going to get into an oil, how to make that oil, placing it in your hair products or hair products. I'm going to make sure you put that man you want so much. So we're going to oil this up and put it in that beard oil. Yes, Cotalia in your mouth, Cotalia on your tongue. Okay? They're going to keep you on their mouth. They won't stop talking about you. Okay? So the beard oil, baby, yes, we getting into that. We gonna make sure you want your wave cap, baby. I'm gonna take some black cloth and I'm about to use this obsession oil and I'm going to thread it in your do-rag, in your wave cap, my love. See, that's what I'm saying. The replayable video is unmatched. Is all that I'm saying. Is all that I'm saying. Okay, you say, well, you are a Labesian, you part of the alphabet coalition of it all, the Reading Rainbow. Bundles, where? Who needs thread? Needle, what? Oh, stop. You're too much. You're too much. Swiss lace, where? All that I'm saying. So, the replayable video, the replayable video is it's gonna be hot. It's gonna be hot. I probably should do parental discretion is advised. Perhaps. I don't know. So there's that. There's that. But because you all listen, like I said, it just takes so much. You all wanted just the product. And to make it easy on shipping here and easy on you guys, I'm allowing you to purchase a duo pack. You're getting 2 bottles for the price of 1. You're getting the cologne and the perfume for the price of 1. That is available now. And so that will be available from now until 8 a.m. because that's probably when I'm going to come to life or whatever. So that is available now. I just want to make sure that I'm clear real quick in here. Okay, yeah. So, pardonnez-moi. So, for all of that, you are able to just give me 2 seconds because I didn't want to be rude and release the information to some before others. So, at this very second, the link is now over in the description box. So, You should be able to see that now in the description box. Wait, a few days. I just purchased yesterday. Wait, a few days ago. So, yes, the video was sent out. It was sent out, yes. So, there's a duo pack. You can get and the only reason I'm doing this is because, again, I'm not doing this service again until 2028. You can take it, you can leave it, you can just stick with the 2 bottles you have for your big bundle. But 8 a.m. in the morning, we're closing that offer so that we can make sure that we get all of your bottles here and that we can send everything out at one time. Yes, please remember to like this video. And also remember, you can break up your payments into 4 payments. You can break it up into 4 easy payments. So, here voila, this is it. All right? This is it. That being said, are you all ready for tonight's discussion? Now, I thought it was really important to have this conversation. I thought it was very important to have this conversation just because I do feel that a lot of times people, and I actually could probably do this in segments, like different, yes, segments. Because I feel a lot of times a lot of individuals don't know why. It's not even like, well, it's not even like the work isn't working. Sometimes the work is overworked. Sometimes there's other things. But I wanted to just share what I thought were a few today, my top 10. My top 10 may change tomorrow. But for today, here are my top 10 ways to curse yourself, cross yourself, and those things. And this is not even on the list. But you know what? This should be number 1, but it's going to be number 11. Number 11. Get out of your own way. Please, please get out of your own way. All right. A lot of you, and when I say get out of your own way, I don't necessarily mean spiritually, I mean literally. Some of you often want to think that you're blocked when in fact you are doing the blocking. If I have to be honest about it, if I'm going to be honest about it, it's you are in your own way, queen. My money is every time I get $1, it goes out because you have no money management skills. You don't know what a budget is. You don't know the value of a budget. Um, those kinds of things. You know, queen, every time I can't seem to get money, my money won't grow, my money won't grow. But the reality is, you feel that you are above doing particular things. I'm letting y'all know this right now today. With this inflation, inflatables, um, relatables, and all kinds of different situationals, if I had to work at a Burger King today, I would. I already, I'm thinking, you know what? I'm gonna go back to coaching. Um, you know, no, when my family was over here from France, they was like, how do you all live in America? Like, how are you able to live? Crystal, yes. Like, there's just like, there's like a lot of people that would move to the United States probably could not afford to live here because it is that insane. But the point that I'm making is we often are in our own ways. Again, I want to say this again. Um, the taxes of it all. Try going to reset your passport. Yeah. And that's why I tell y'all, when you're looking, that's why I'm very specific about what I want in this life. I don't want a lot, but what I want, what I desire, what I will have, what I am having, what is coming to me, what is already on its way, that thing, they're large. They're life shifting, but I don't want a lot. So a lot of people are constantly faced on the day to day to the we're barely getting by, we're barely getting by, we're barely getting by. But that's because every day is a constant reminder that you don't have the smaller things or the day to day situations. Whereas for me, I don't care about the day to day situations because I know at the drop of a dime, I'm going to go back to coaching. At the drop of a dime, I can go do makeup for somebody. At the drop of a dime, you need vocal lessons, I can do my best. At the drop of a dime, there's so many other things. I will start working at the barn, scooping up poo or whatever else. When I tell you, I am not that concerned because I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to do what I need to do, point blank, period. Period. I will go sing at a bar, whatever I have to do. But a lot of times we get in our own way. We're getting in our own way. So that's number 11. All right. 10 ways not to cross your life. 10. Don't allow the visual or the visuals of a worker confirm their work. Okay? I know that's right, Queen. Ain't no shame in putting in the work. It really isn't. It really isn't. When I tell you, it really isn't. But a lot of people have this, oh, I'm not, I'm not, I'm not. But what did your ancestors do? They did what they had to do. Better yet, not forget the ancestors, but let's let them rest. What did your grandparents have to do? What did your parents have to do? Let's let them rest. Women, mothers. If I tell me if I'm wrong, but I guarantee you, once a week you are probably having to do because you have to do it, not because you want to do it. Is all that I'm saying. And yes, there are some men, not males, that wake up and have to do what they have to do, not because they want to do it. So just understand that, look, like I said, that's a whole video in itself, to be honest. But number 10, don't allow the visuals or the optics and the aesthetics of a worker confirm their work. So many people end up getting crossed because you all are being bamboozled and you are being manipulated by the visuals. You're being so one-dimensional, okay? So one-dimensional that you think because you see the candles and the smoke and all of the things that, oh, they must know what they're doing. or it's the entertainment. Please don't get yourself crossed up because you are confusing your entertainment with actual work. You all look through all my social media. If I posted this by itself on a wooden table, I could make a post on this and give you education, but it may not get as many likes unless I put a candle on top, some flowers on the bottom, maybe a little Pokemon sticker right over there, a little Lego sticker over here, whatever, And so a lot of you all are being fooled by the filters of magic. And so you get sucked into and I'm going to say this, please listen up. Please listen. Please listen. I got something on my mind. Okay. A lot of you are fooled by achievements, mistaking it for success. Success. I'm going to say that again because I say that, but I'm also talking to you personally. A lot of you are fooled by achievements, mistaking the achievement of getting a wedding for the success of a marriage. A lot of you are getting you're getting confused with the achievement of having a big, beautiful shop downtown Mobile for the success of actual working, knowing, communing with the spirits. A lot of you are waking up feeling unfulfilled because you are confusing your achievements in life with your success in life. No, you have not achieved celebrity status, but yes, you are a successful mother. No, you have not achieved the house on top of the hill, but you have successfully built a home that your children feel safe and they are encouraged and they're being fed. They're learning and they're connecting to their ancestors. But a lot of people dismiss or devalue their successes because they're more focused on the achievements in life. Merci. Thank you so very much, my love, for your super sticker. And so a lot of people will get very misled and manipulated by spiritual predators and entertainers and performers because they know that you're looking at their achievements of 200,000 followers, achievements of 1 million followers, achievements of 3,000 likes or views. But they couldn't successfully read you a coloring book, let alone cards or bones. They can barely form a proper sentence. But got you out here thinking they are successful speaking to the dead. See, it's real strange that you're paying somebody in New Orleans with a nice, beautiful shop and all the bedazzlements of it all, the achievements of it all. But you don't have successful protection to protect your business. You don't have successful protection, spiritual or mundane, to protect your business or your marriage or your house or your health. But to the public eye, I would be quick to just give to a person if I was very one dimensional and superficial to be misled by the visuals and the optics of the achievements and the lack of success. 9. This is a big one. This is a big one. Again, this is about, you going to somebody. Don't allow accurate readings confirm a worker's identity or lineage. Those cards, paying for the razzle dazzle roots, the razzle dazzle roots of it all. The cards are not going to lie, but that can make you believe someone is a worker. A reader, a diviner, does not make a conjurer. So don't you just start giving people money because they read well. Don't give, because if that's the case, just give the money to the cards, because the cards are doing the work. They make and deliver the message, but the cards are doing the work. Please do not confuse a good reader with someone's magical identity and lineage, because divination is not magic, it's divination. Divination is not spell work. Conjuration is spell work. Hoodoo is spell work. Obi is spell work. Grigri spell work. Kimba spell work. Wanga spell work. Jojo spell work. Strega, Aching, etc. These are different spell works, right? So be aware of that. 8. 8. 8. So don't allow the generalization of herbs, spirits, and energies, what I should have said. Or don't generalize herbs, spirits, or energies. When I made this, I made it pretty quick, so I do apologize for that. What do I mean by that? Don't, and this is why, and this is a big thing, okay? When I say don't generalize herbs, roses, hummingbird vine, and we'll do calendula. No. Coriander. All love spirits, but they all have different purposes. So, say for example, you're trying to get your man or your woman, your individual, to be faithful. You don't want to use rose thorns or crush those up or powder those up into your working, because that has a different purpose than a spirit like coriander that will promote loyalty and honesty. So don't generalize that. Don't generalize rose quartz and chrysocolla. Rose quartz is very calm. Crystal cola is very aggressive. You mix those two together, you're going to get tension in your love working or your love energies or whatever. Don't generalize, oh, these are just love goddesses. Oshun can go here, Nazali can go here, Aphrodite can go here, and maybe Aphrodite too. You know, there's a king for that. So you cannot generalize entities just because it's love or war or things, and especially because of the cultural aspect of things. So you end up wondering, why am I having um don't use that magnolia if you don't want to fling. Listen, just saying. And that's something else too that's very important that I think I'll cover later on in these. Um, but yeah, so don't generalize things just because they say, oh, these are money herbs. You can't go off of that. You can't go off of, oh, it's just money herbs, because just because it's money for somebody else don't mean that it's money for you, my loves. The next one, when purchasing, if it's mass produced, question the use. Even if the mass production also looks like community operating or assistance. Let me tell you something. A lot of people want to go to like the French Quarter and these very tourist spaces where things are being massively produced. And when I say masses, I don't necessarily mean by the Atlanta Incense and Candle Company. No, it can also be, for example, um, in Forestville, California, there's a particular company where multiple individuals are making product. First and foremost, you don't know who's gifted, who's not gifted. One. Two, because you don't know who's gifted and who's not gifted, and they're putting their hands over and everything, you don't know what's going to work and what's not going to work. Three, you got everything sitting out in the open where you can see the herbs, the dolls, the bags, so the spirits aren't even there. Better yet, let's go trickle on down to New Orleans. Again, oh, just love New Orleans. One of your favorite, popular, beautiful establishments had their husband and four women up and leave. Okay? These individuals at this time, these are the new individuals prior to the, that's a whole nother conversation. So let's just stick to these individuals. These four individuals leave. Because these four individuals leave, your business cannot operate. Why? Because your hands aren't even in your product. The ashe of other people's hands are in your product. But again, you don't know their education, you don't know their lineage, you don't know any of those things that would give you accurate and justifiable and efficient results. So don't be so quick to run over to the Dollar Tree or the Sephora or the Walmart or the Rouse's and be quick to get these candles or crystals or herbs and feel that you're going to get proper results because again, it's a tourist spot, it's a look a particular kind of way, but more importantly, you don't know what ashe is going into those mass produced things. You have no idea. And so again, mass production can look like some of these big warehouses, but then also some of these mass production looks like a community operated establishment where multiple people got their hands and lives now in yours. And trusting in those spaces can get you crossed up. You can cross yourself up. So be aware of that. I don't know why folk believe anything and everything just because it is just because it's in or from New Orleans. Baby, listen. I mean, honestly, my life could change today if I just change my location on social media to New Orleans. Game changer. Game changer immediately. But it's a tourist town. That's why you get all the people, you get all the things. You're seen by so many individuals. I mean, it's a great marketing strategy or scheme, depending on who you are, integrity or not, right? So there's that. Before I get to the sixth step, I do just want to remind everybody that the May community service is available now. It will be ending as soon as my eyeballs pop open in the morning. Okay? Also, you say, well, Queen, I got the big bundle, I got the May community service, but I really just need to stock up for the perfumes and colognes. Y'all know we don't sell these in the shop at all. I will not be selling these products again until 2028. You can get your 12-hour duo pack, which comes with the Holy Water Cologne and the Marine Le Parfum. Um, you can get that for the one price of two. That's available now. You can get as many as you want or as little as you want, but it comes with both the cologne and the perfume. There's no point in blessing if you haven't cleansed. There's no point in cleansing if you're not going to bless. All right? And you know what? I've been telling people said, Queen, what you think about the things that are happening in New Orleans? I'm telling you, ancestors said rent is due. Rent is due. Yes, it is. You gonna make me purchase a third time Queen 2020? No, seriously, I'm not doing this work again until 2028. It's a lot. It is a lot. I just had to make it rain. I was just telling a client the other day, um, because it hasn't rained since the fete. Um, but now we have rain like almost every day. So, but I also was able to collect for the service. But it's raining actually here in about 10 minutes for a couple of hours and then for the next couple of days. So that's good. 6, overwork and underpaying patience and time. So, under overworking and underpaying, what does that mean? That literally means that, yes, indeed, Riley. I know that's right. Overwork and underpaying. What I mean is, an easy way to cross yourself and to curse your life is doing too much work and not giving your initial work time to work. That's a thing. All right, Queen, I'm gonna use the Von Chance oil to get my money. I'm gonna use my favor to get my money. I'm gonna use the Von to get my money. I'm gonna use the Capella to get my money. So now you got some things trying to come in quick, things going in slow, things going in fast, things going in medium speed, things that are to control, things that are meant to just be general. So you have now scattered the ashe. It's everywhere. And it's because you just want patient to see how this one worked for you first. So you have done a whole lot of overworking. Overworking will cross you up. So Queen, my money is just a mess. It's going, it's coming, it's leaving. It's my money done turned me everywhere but loose. Like, or it's the relationship, or it's your health, or it's people in your homes, or it's everybody that's around you dealing with these things. And it's because you've done too much work. Do your work. and give it 2 months. Do your work and give it 2 months. 2 months is plenty time. If you haven't seen any shift, then let's do something. Let me disassemble my work and then let me rework. Let me disassemble, let me purify, and now let me do my work. Okay? And that'll give you an opportunity to see what's working, what's not working. But I also want to tell you this, it's never if it doesn't work, it's how it works. How it works is the key. Because you may use this for money, but you may see that it doesn't bring money in your life, but it brings lovers in your life. So from now on, I'm using this to bring me a good time, right? Right? So it's important for you to give the spirits an opportunity to show you who they are before you go and jump and hire somebody else. And now you overstaffed. I love that. Do you work and get do your work and give it 2 months. Give it 2 months. Give it 2 months. And the reason why is because a lot of times it takes somewhere between 7 to 21 days for the work to be rooted. And then it's going to take about another week or so to really get that full speed ahead motion and movement. That's at least a month. At least a month. And that's why, like when people get upset with me, well, Queen, I didn't get this in time, or I need this right now, or da 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 da. I don't see this, where the things in the mail, and all of these things. If I don't do this right, you're not going to you're not going to get the results. But also, say it does take 21 days to take full root. I have one good week working with your stuff. The next week isn't so great. It's love work. So I have to do it the next week. So now we are already about a month in. So by the time I finish this, it has maybe taken me a month and a half. But now that your work is done and it's done efficiently with quality and not with quickness and those things, it's gonna hit. And when it hits hard, kind of deal. I did some work a few days ago and the money is hitting good. I'm not sure if I'm doing my money jar will mess it up. Well, here's the thing about it, Petter. You did work and you see it's working. You can always go back and redo the work. You're the worker. Who gonna stop you, boo? Who gonna hex you, boo? You know, that's the thing about it. That's the beauty of being a worker. You ain't gotta wait on nobody. You are your own blessing. Yes, that is something I did. Never giving the time, never giving the work time. Give the work time. And you will also see a difference in your work based off of the spirits that you use and also the spirits that you know. Where's that relationship? Where's that relationship? Number 5, competing methods that do not compare, healing modalities and magic. A lot of people want, look, I said at the bottom, breath work is cute until you tap dancing on one foot with your head spinning backwards. Let me tell you something. A lot of people don't want to address the issue, don't want to address the cough that's coming from inside the house. Baby, somebody put roots on you. I don't care how much breathing you do, you're going to end up with asthma. Okay? You're going to end up contracting the asthma because you want to breath work your curse away. Now all you done did got good, strong lungs. At this given point, you probably can breathe underwater, I would assume. Let the truth be known. The reality is this. If you are crossed, the only way to right a wrong is to right that wrong. You can't yoga your roots away. You cannot stretch them into another realm. You cannot numb your whole rank. No, 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 no. No. A lot of individuals, I will just say this, and maybe not here, but I see a lot of not just new agers, but new mind movement thinkers, these individuals that sort of gotta call a thing a thing. Here's the thing about it though. A lot of people are really operating with this power of now, the new thought movement, manifestation energies and vibrations. That does not compare to me taking your hair, placing it in this jar with what we collected from the crossroads during the fat, nailing this thing somewhere. I don't care how positive you think. Because guess what? By the time you have actually went ahead and said, you know what? Yeah, I'm crossed. It's too late. It's too late already. It's already too late. There's nothing more that you can do. It is what it is. And so, and I'm going to tell y'all something, and this is so important. At a certain point, there is no turning back. At a certain point, once a root has taken root, it is you are rooted. At a certain point, when things have gotten so bad, there's no turning back, and you just got to let that run its course. And that course may be the end of your life, perhaps. All right. I was raised in Nichiren Buddhism. Congratulations. You know, whatever it is, you can't pray the roots away. It don't matter what it is. Baby, listen, we've been in spaces and places where people done have full-blown possessions and those kind of things. They want to start bleeding the blood of Jesus and um, saying the Lord's Prayer. Baby, you in the wrong place. Because it don't work here. That's no that's you're in the wrong place, okay? Um and that's really important. So a lot of times people want to try to adjust instead of being truthful with, you know what, there is a spiritual issue. There is a spiritual, there is a magical issue. There's not a yoga mat that's gonna do it, baby. It's not. Don't go to the Orisha for hoodoo. Don't go to hoodoo when something's going on with your Ori. Go to a Babalabo, go to a Ia, go to whatever. But it's really, really important. I just dropped my where Nam Yohore where Nam Yohore comes from is jarring to hear it in this live stream. Listen, Queen Anime Bullet, also known as Tina the Turner, taught us a lot. Bing! I left the practice when I was a teenager. I know nothing about the practice outside of Tina got real bold. I don't want to I don't want to play with my life. My spirit just wants to do what it's meant to do. Listen, I'm here for it. Tina said, Tina got real strong. I don't think she still didn't eat no cake. Tina was a member. Babe, I think Tina was the um was the originator. She said, let me show you what it really can do. Ah, oh Tina. With the ancestors now. Moving on. 4. Um Trusting trend over tradition. The trend of cinnamon and the tradition of cinnamon for your lineage may be different. Okay? Don't allow yourself to get lost or to get crossed or to end up fixing yourself because you're just going off of what everybody's doing. I'm going to blow cinnamon into my front door. I'm going to blow cinnamon out of my front door for money or luck. Cinnamon may not be that for you. It's the book that will blow your mind. Um, my mother has converted, left my ass off, but my grandmother is a Shango Baptist. Okay. She had I stressed out trying to record. First and foremost, I will forever say this, and I can't say for certain that that exactly happened in her actual life, but baby, when Angela the Bassett, when Angela the Bassett kept getting loud, I said, you know what? You trying, Ike. You want to test your Buddha. She said, I want to see, I want to see it's the blow that will, when I tell you, I thought to myself, when I saw her keep getting loud, because you know Ike is turning up the music. You could have just num your ho yo num your ho yo num your ho yo doom num your ho. You could have just kept it right there. But you thought on that day, you ain't gonna stress my Buddha. I'm a Buddha baddie. Buddha baddie. Period. Num your num your num your, and I thought to myself, I heard my grandmother say at that point in time, I'm gonna give you something to cry about. Shut up. I'm gonna give you something to cry about. That's all I heard. And I thought to myself, then I said, I knew then Ike was gonna do something. I knew then Ike was gonna do something. Whew. You got you. I may need to be a Buddha baddie because you really have to be in another headspace, a whole other headspace. Like you didn't know who Ike was. I was a whole child stressed for this woman. Listen, after she kept getting loud, I just went ahead and go grab the switch. I just went outside, went to the switch tree, Bush, I said, look, we both about to get a whooping, so let me just go ahead and buckle up, Buttercup. So that was that. So as I was seeing here for 4, trust trending over trusting trending over tradition. Um, they call it nut bush. Listen, they call it a switch bush, baby. Um, and oh Lord. Mm. So, for example, again, the trend of blowing cinnamon in your door or outside of your door, etc. Don't be so quick to just do the things that you're seeing. Where is your guidance? Where is your elder? Where is your guardrails? What has confirmed that this spirit should be blown in your house? They may be blowing cinnamon. You may need to be blowing nutmeg. They may be blowing nutmeg. You may want to be blowing brown sugar, white sugar with molasses, whatever. So it's just really important not to allow a trend or the masses mislead you. 3, calling the unknown knowingly. Please do not find yourself in a position where you are calling to spirits known and unknown. Excuse me, what? Ancestors known and unknown. Who's unknown ancestors? Don't just be so, and I said this during the Conjure Fat, you can have a spiritual experience without being the experience. Okay? You can be you can experience spiritual things without being the experience. Don't be so open. If you don't know who or what you are dealing with, don't do it. If you do not have the education, and I don't mean because you read a book, if you have not had the proper education or you cannot go to that individual or person, don't do it. Don't do it. It is very simple, super, 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 super easy. But it is also very difficult because a lot of people, and I want to say this too, so many people are so eager to have something fly off the wall. You say that until it does. And now you want to go back to Sky Daddy. Now you sitting Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, talking about Sky Daddy. Look, I want to pick up another candle, birthday candle, match. Yankee candle, Bath and Body Works, nothing ever again. That thing is real. See, you haven't been sitting at a table with me when the spoon and the teacup goes around. You haven't been sitting with me at a table during a session or seance where the iPads all flip on the floor in the back of the room. You haven't been with me communicating with the dead and going outside of your shop and your lights are turned upside down. But I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm dealing with. I know how to handle these things. Exactly, Shia. So it is so important not to find yourself in these positions. This is why I make it to where if I provide you this, let me deal with the spirits that are needed so you don't have to go through the shenanigans. For example, just had a client not too long ago get upset about um, not getting their things when they wanted their things. So you know what? Listen. You don't know these spirits that I work with. When you decide not to take back what you're supposed to give, your tail is on the line, not mine. Because I'm going to go onto the cemetery and I'm going to go to the crossroads, or I'm going to go to the river, or I'm going to go to the middle of the woods, and I'm going to find that unmarked grave, and I'm going to do what needs to be done for 9 weeks. What are you going to do for 9 weeks? So it's really important to really understand that concept. Don't deal with things that you don't know. If you're not going to commit to those things, so before we get into the last two, the top two, I do want to remind you all for the last time, tonight is the last night for the May community service. The big bundle is still available. There are limited big bundles. The big bundle does, in fact, come with the cologne, the perfume, the obsession powder, the replayable video, among other things. Okay. The other thing is, if you already have your community service, but you're like, Queen, I really want to stock up because I am not doing the May community service, this community service, the May Rain community service until 2028. Okay. Until 2028. But if you want to stock up on your colognes and waters, you can get two of them for the price of one for the next 12 hours. The link is over in the description box. It is the same link with the May community service. Um, yeah, so there's that. Okay. I also want to just say this as well, because a lot of people, I don't know if it just doesn't, what's not connecting here. If you have a question about your orders or any of those things, please email customer service at conjuresouth.com. You will get a response, point blank, period. Also, remember, unlike a mass pro, production operation, there's literally three people that operate here: me, the worker, two, the shipment, and three, my online, my virtual assistant. That's it. So please be patient with us. Again, overwork and underpaid kind of situation, overwork and underpaying patience and time. Please understand, if you've ordered something, you're going to get it. Point blank, period. My family's name is too important to jeopardize for any dollar amount. So just please be aware of that. All right. Customer service at conjuresouth.com. All right. So the next um space here is going to be, excuse me, I just wanted to jump over here very quickly. Option 2, disrespecting or dishonoring an agreement, vow, or pact. If you want to cross yourself, say for example, you're now dealing with higher conjuring education. You're now dealing with higher conjuring education. You understand the herbal spirits, you understand the animal spirits, you understand those different things. But now we've got you out here making point. We got you out here at the crossroads. We got you doing this, that, and the third. The moment you create a deal with your worker and those spirits, and you disrespect that worker or dishonor that worker or that agreement, that vow, that pact, it's you, not them. If you, as the worker, Mary Mitchell, if you want to send your testimonies to customer service at conjuresouth.com, you're more than welcome to do that as well. That would be lovely. If you are the worker and you say, you know what, I'm going to do this work and I promise this spirit 5 days of pouring out libations at this tree, okay? If you disrespect that, dishonor it, or don't uphold that agreement, that's on you. That is solely on you. And that's a very, very strong way to end up causing yourself. I also want to make this point clear about dishonoring your agreements and your vows, etc. Okay? Hello, Elaine. I do want to mention this. Super, super important. Don't oversell yourself to a spirit. Don't commit yourself more than what you can actually do. And a lot of times people feel like if the greater I give, the better it's going to be. Not necessarily. It is the commitment that you give, the greater it's going to be. Oh, merci. Thank you, Elaine. So, and the thing about it is, depending on if you, anyways, they're not going to respond to that. But that is going to be a huge, huge, huge thing. Last but not least, dismissing culture. There is no folk magic without the folk. If you dismiss culture in your approach to your working, you have already signed yourself up to be tripped up. If you have dismissed culture, what does that mean? Well, you know what? Queen, I'm about to use this sage all through my house because I'm going to get rid of these spirits. Well, that's why the spirits are still in your house, because you dismissed culture. You dismissed your own people, because your people are straight up and down old-fashioned Mississippi hoodoo, okay? Mississippi Delta hoodoo at that. Sage is not used. It is not a herbal spiritual ally. You dismissed who your people are, how they work, what do they do, doing. That thing immediately trips you up. When you dismiss culture, you've dismissed yourself. When you dismiss yourself, you've dismissed your gifts, your ability, your protection, and your guidance. And that's with anybody. That's with anybody. Because your ancestors are your first line of protection and guidance, if you dismiss them first, you've already set yourself up for failure. If you say for example, you said, well, you know what, Queen, the hoodoo space isn't for me. I feel more, um, I feel called to Haitian voodoo. You know, magic isn't my thing, but I really feel that need to be a part of this ATR. Okay, you get into Haitian voodoo, but you're dismissing the culture. You think because I done paid $10,000, I'm supposed to have this badge of mambo and organ and onsi samp, etc., so forth and so on. But the reality is, because you were not born on the land, on the earth of IAT, of Haiti, you are not privy to certain things. You cannot dismiss the culture. You think because, oh, I done did all of this, I done brought you followers, I'm a celebrity I'm an influencer and all of these things. I've done all of this stuff for you, and you should give to me because of this, that, and the third, etc., so forth and so on. And so you want to be the gato of voodoo, essentially the regent. That's not how it works. You weren't born in IAT. You are not of that land, so that doesn't happen. If you say, you know what, Queen, I don't feel the ATRs or hoodoo is for me, I really want to step into Wicca. Well, guess what? You got to respect however Wicca wicks. You have to respect it. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself, your ego, and your pride in a very difficult spiritual position, to be honest about it. And that is a real thing. And a lot of people, and I'm going to tell you this, if you walk into a space and they go, oh, the Loa, they just spirits, anybody can. Red flag 1, 2, and 3, get out. The Orisha, oh, they're just spirits, their energy, their vibration. Red flag 1, 2, and 3, out, backwards. Okay? They want to say, oh, well, hoodoo is just magic. No, it's ancestral driven. Okay, that is the foundation. So just to say, well, no, it's not that. No, if the ancestors aren't first, whomever the ancestors are in the spaces of hoodoo, red flag 1, 2, and 3. I just said, interesting. I never heard a person being called to Wicca, but they called to everything else. Isn't that something? Isn't that something though? Um, Red Rose said, I'm ready to leave. I'll book a reading soon. I'm here when you need a reading. They're not called, they have been self-appointed, not anointed or charged to anything. But anyways, my loves, I do hope y'all enjoyed this video this evening. I'm about to go have a hot cup of coffee and soothe my throat and all of those things. Thank y'all so much for being here. I hope y'all are blessed, stay blessed, and all of those things. I do hope that this assists you and just give you a little food for thought, perhaps. Again, the main community service is available now. It will be done in the morning. Also, if you just want to purchase the perfumes and on their own, again, I will not be doing this service with the colognes and perfumes again until 2028. So if you don't stock up, you won't see these products for a couple of years. Okay? Thank y'all so much. It's been a pleasure. Until next time. Merci et bonne journée. Bonne soirée. Bonne nuit. À bientôt. À tout à l'heure. And all of the things. You only got what? 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 30. Y'all got about 11 hours left. So have fun with this offer. Merci Tanisha, merci.